I'm Jason Page, and welcome to this Week 5 edition of Hartford Colonials Kickoff. We're at Sage Park in Berlin. The Colonials are practicing behind me. This is, of course, their practice facility for this 2010 season. The Colonials will take on the Omaha Nighthawks in Week 5, but before we look ahead, we got to look back at Week 4. The Colonials fall to the Florida Tuskers. It was a great game at Rentschler Field. Let's check out the highlights.
With Doug Flutie, I'm Craig Minervini in Hartford, where the Florida Tuskers have snapped a two-game skid by beating Hartford by the score of 33-20. A lot of highlights in this game. It was a little choppy, but the Tuskers come back and win it. Let's show you what happened in this game. Hartford driving to start the game. They went 95 yards, set up a 3-yard score, but there were miscues in this day too, Doug.
Odell Thurman knocked the ball loose. Hartford would wind up turning the ball over 4 times today.
Turn the ball over, and Florida in this game would eventually take advantage in a big way. It was 3-3 after 1. That pass interference penalty set up the touchdown for Kaysen, and all of a sudden it was 10-3 Florida in the second quarter.
A couple crucial pass interference calls. You know, putting the ball up down the field created opportunities. Lawson steps in front of a short pass and takes it back the other way for Hartford. Big touchdown there, but again, throwing the ball down the field, the big plays came on the interference calls throwing it down the field.
That was a 41-yarder. It's 13-10 Hartford at the half. The second half was a different story as Florida outscored Hartford 23-7. There were some big miscues and good defensive play that set up the Tuskers in business.
Ryan Perilou came into the game, a fumble there, a fumble by McCown, and then another pass interference down the field to create an opportunity, scoring opportunity. Nice play action. Wiggins in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
So that was Wiggins, 23-13. We go to the fourth quarter. Great play by McCown. He goes end zone for Ronnie Gent, and Hartford's right back in it. They're down by 3.
What an effort on a 4th down play, and it cut it to a 3-point lead. They had one more opportunity, get sacked, and close the deal for Florida.
Patrick Chikora was dancing, and so was dominating Rhodes, who gets the touchdown, his 5th. He leads everyone in the UFL. He has 99 yards. The rushing attack is back for Florida and Jay Gruden.
They challenged their offensive line this week, and the offensive line responded for Florida. Came out, ran the football well. Rhodes with 99 yards rushing on the ground and another rushing touchdown. They answered the call today, the offensive line for Florida.
Hartford is 1-2. Florida now 2-2 with a bye. Then they've got 3 home games.
This week, we'll chat with head coach Chris Palmer. We'll look back at a Week 4 loss against the Florida Tuskers, who performed to expectations, maybe who underperformed to expectations. We'll talk about that with the head coach. Also look ahead to Week 5, a critical showdown with the Omaha Nighthawks, a game that basically becomes a must-win for the Colonials. We'll also have the opportunity to work with Ryan Perilou. Last week, you may recall, he worked with Taylor Melhoff. Little kicking action. This week, little quarterback footwork, trying to hit targets with one of the QBs for this Colonials team, Ryan Perilou. We'll have all that and much more coming up in this Week 5 edition of Hartford Colonials Kickoff next.
You stop!
This Week 5 edition of Hartford Colonials Kickoff continues, joined, as we usually are, by the head coach of the Colonials, Chris Palmer. Penalties, turnovers, a lot of frustration, I would imagine, for you following this game on Saturday.
Yeah, you know, I think anytime you beat yourself, you're very frustrated. The fact of the matter, we still had a chance to win with 2:24 left in the game. We still had an opportunity to go down and win. We're down 26-20, and if we drive the length of the field and put it in, I think we were on the 34-yard line, which is good field position, and we had plenty of time, and we had 2 timeouts. So that's what's frustrating to me.
Considering the penalties, turnovers, all that being said, just a couple minutes left in this game, it's got to be encouraging. You still had a chance to win this game.
Well, I thought our defense played very well. You know, they played in a short field. Held them to field goals, which I think was important. I thought our kicking game was good. Our punter did not have a great game, but the rest of the kicking game was very good. And, you know, there are things that we can improve, and we just have to get our offense back on stride.
Again, penalties, turnovers. Is it a byproduct of this team still getting to know each other?
Well, the two face mask penalties, they aren't done on purpose. I mean, it's not like we're jumping off sides and we're sloppy and things like that. The pass interference calls or, calls that, can go one way or another. We just have to be smarter in that situation.
In all of your years of coaching, I want you to kind of harken back on your memories of some of the guys you've coached with. Who's taught you the most about having the proper perspective on losing?
Bum Phillips, probably. Bum was our color analysis on when I was with the Oilers. And Bum had a, down-home attitude about everything, When you lost the game, hey, there's nothing you can do about it. Move on. And I think that's why Bum's teams were always successful because that's history. Now how can we improve and work from there? I've been in some ones where, hey, I didn't want to come out of the house for 2 weeks. We played Buffalo when I was with the Oilers, and we were up 35-3 at halftime, and a couple of coaches got fired on the plane on the way home, and you're sick to your stomach. And but there's no, even when you win, you start thinking about the next game before you're out of the locker room. When you lose, you're not going to get any sleep that night. When you win, you'll get a little bit of sleep, but not much.
The loss to Omaha is one thing, to lose a game in the closing seconds the way you did. Did you notice a different sort of attitude from this team in the way they lost this game, and was it an attitude you liked?
Yeah, I think it was a situation where, the guys felt as though they were good enough to play with Florida and could win. And then when they lost, and the way that we lost, I thought it was a wake-up call for us.
You saw desperation from Florida at 1-2, and you're in sort of that same situation this week. Do you expect to see that same sort of desperate play from your team?
I think there's parity in this league. The fact that we had a chance to win with 2:24 left in the game, we were taking their best shot. But the thing is, we were helping them take their best shot. So I think we have to come back, and we have to play the football we're capable of playing. I thought offensively the first 2 weeks we played real good football. We didn't turn the ball over and things like that. The penalties we have to improve on, and that's both sides, both offense and defense. So our guys, I think they understand it. They watch the NFL games. They watch the other UFL games. They can see if you're turning the ball over and you have penalties, there's a good chance you're going to get beat.
You get more game film on Omaha. You've seen them in week 2. Now you get an opportunity at them again. How does the game plan change?
Well, they're still a veteran team now. They have a bunch of guys that have played in the National Football League. They're the oldest team in the league. They know how to play the game. They know where you're trying to go with the ball if you're running it or throwing it. So we're going to have our work cut out offensively. Also, defensively, Garcia's a smart quarterback. He drove the length of the field against us and beat us with 6 seconds left. So our guys are going to have to play well against this team.
You got a similar sort of crowd to what you had in your first home game here in week 4. But not just the fact that these are fans coming to watch the game. These are football fans. They're really into it.
We're building a base that I'm very proud of. I think our fans are into it. They have adopted this team. It is their team. They're very, very supportive. They're sitting there in the sun. They're enjoying the game. They're behind the bench. I couldn't ask for anything more than from our fans.
Coach, best of luck this week.
Thank you very much.
Last week on Hartford Colonials Kickoff, let's be honest, I kind of embarrassed myself. I thought kicking field goals and extra points was easy. Apparently it's not. I went 0 for 6 and Taylor Melhoff did nothing but laugh at me. Head coach Chris Palmer basically made me the laughingstock of the team, said I had no place being on the field. We're going to try and change his mind. This week, I'm going to try and play a little quarterback. Get a little footwork drilling going on with Ryan Perilou, one of the quarterbacks on this Colonials team, and we're going to try and hit some targets, see if I can be accurate enough to be a professional quarterback. I am pitching it. I'm pitching it.
Let me tell you, if you drop it any lower, they'll hit it down.
So you want me up here?
No, get it up on your shoulder. Just throw it.
All I know is,
Whatever you do, just get it.
let me tell you this. If you go to the circus, don't get any throwing contests because you're not going to get any dolls. Ryan, I don't know if you can do anything with this guy.
This week, getting a little quarterback training from my man here, Ryan Perilou. Ryan, is there anything to work with here?
Yes, I think we have something to work with, but it's going to take a lot of work, though.
Notice how he looked me up and down when he said that, and almost with disdain.
Basically, you know, you want a good spacing on the ball, a nice space in between here so you're not palming it, and just a nice cock wrist. And then,
All right, let's see. Hold on. Let me get this in my hand here. Little air there, right? Little air. Okay.
nice spacing.
Nice spacing.
Nice cock wrist.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we want it to look like right there.
All right, so we're off to a good start already.
Right.
Well, this is promising.
Right.
All right.
Once you get into the cock position, we want to bring it up nice and high.
Okay.
And we kind of just
Not
want to
like
bring
Tim
it.
Tebow and drop it down here.
Right. We just kind of want to just bring it from here to here.
Yeah.
Just here to here, and just let your body do the rest of the work, and just kind of follow through. Close. Straight up, straight down. You're looking more like.
I am loopy, huh?
Yeah. We just kind of want it to just go straight up, straight down.
I feel like I'm doing what he's doing, but apparently I'm not.
Got nice zip on it. When we're talking about the three-step drop, we just kind of want to get a good base up underneath us, and then just kind of take one big open step, 6 o'clock, straight back, and then just cross over, pat, that's it, and then let it go. We have to cross that thing over.
I'm not crossing it over.
We're not crossing it over. It's just straight back, cross over.
Oh, you're going
pat.
here.
Yes.
You're going over here.
Right.
Huh, that feels odd. That doesn't feel right. There we go.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
So talk to me. How's Jason doing right now?
He's definitely struggling a little bit with his base, but overall, for the first time coming out and just dropping back, he's doing okay. But I just think it's going to take a lot of reps to form that habit. He's kind of off balance, but the ball's really low. In three-step game, the offensive linemen are cutting, and you kind of want that depth away from the line of scrimmage with those guys cutting, because if they don't get a clean cut, those guys still can just kind of run in. So you kind of just want that depth. And we'll have quick outbreaking routes on the outside, and we just get the ball out of our hands. But you need that depth, that spacing between the offensive line and the QB.
Make some predictions to us. What can you do with Jason over the next couple minutes?
Well, what I'm going to try to do is clean up his drop, tighten down his base, tighten down his motion, and let's see if we can hit some targets. Close.
Why am I so far right? Why am I missing right? Why is everything sailing that way on me?
Well, basically, when you're coming back here and that shoulder's getting up high, you're naturally just going to open up, and the ball's going to sail on you to the right or high.
Okay.
You want to keep everything nice and compact so you can just step and just kind of throw it where you want to. Right. The target is the white flag. We're not trying to get it in the goal area.
Yeah.
So we got to keep the base real tight, and let's see if we can hit that flag. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that was actually really, really close right there.
Oh, no! Ah! Frustration. Lots of frustration.
Here we go, right here. White.
Ah, there it is!
There it is right there. Teaching.
Ryan, what kind of a grade do I get? For my first lesson.
For your first lesson, I give you a C, and that's basically because you looked really good in the drop at the end and you hit the target.
Hartford Colonials Kickoff continues with a look at head coach Chris Palmer. Now, I've had the chance to get to know Coach on and off the field for the last couple months. We wanted to give you an opportunity to get inside his head, see a little bit of what he thinks while practice is going on. Take a look.
That's it. That's it. Way to make a play.
As long as we're doing well, I'm always having a good time. But I've never worked a day in my life in 39 years. I've come to work and I enjoy football. I enjoy being around the players. I enjoy coaching. I enjoy teaching.
Walk, you had a great play. You had him. You had him. That would have been a loss. I would have been all excited, you know? At my age, it doesn't take much to get me excited, you know what I mean?
Some players are very intense and they need to, stay intense. And some guys you can joke around with and they know when the whistle blows, you're ready to work. So you got to know your audience.
What number did the quarterback say was Mike? What number? That's 70. That's 87. Let's go. Now, I know you think you're tough, but if I had a face like yours, I'd wear a helmet. You had to get me going first thing in the morning, Cliff. Huh? You just wanted to make sure I still like football.
It's a different environment. These guys aren't going home to their families. They're all living together. They're all eating together. So if you have some guys that don't get along, it makes it a tough situation. But here we've got a good group of guys, and I'm proud of the way they're handling themselves and what they're doing.
Keep going, that thing. Find it. There we go, good. Yeah. Hey, Coach, I appreciate you.
What'd you say?
Hey, Coach, I appreciate him.
Why?
Get our legs loose.
Getting our legs loose. You're getting us right. I tell you what, he kind of strong for being his age, though. I'm not going to lie. But don't tell him I said that.
The players are looking for you to get them better, and then as a coach, you're looking for them to get better. And as long as they're getting better, I think that's where you build the respect between the coach and the player.
Now, even though they're wearing helmets, the Hartford Colonials like to make sure they look good when they're on the field. What does that involve? Obviously getting a haircut. How do they get it done? Check it out.
My name's Simone Lawrence. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Was in camp with the Eagles. I went to Upper Darby High School. I'm the youngest on the team. And about to get a haircut, but I'm trying to give you guys the inside scoop of getting a haircut. Yeah, I'm ready.
I've been cutting since I was younger. I just picked it up, started cutting family and friends here. And when I went up to UConn, I was a student assistant, worked with the defense and special teams, and I just started cutting players, managers, everyone, trainers, coaches. I'm an equipment manager, but I'm a man of many talents, and this is one of them.
He used to cut my hair, but he messed me up, so I had to grow it out. You know what I'm saying? It took me back, so I was like, I had to go all natural.
A lot of people don't know that Roberto cuts my hair because, it's so good.
This isn't even the most important part. When he starts to get to the front, that's where the sexy is. They call those waves up there. It's like the Atlantic Ocean. That's when you got great hair. When you got those waves going. Like if you want to go swimming, just put your life vest on and hop in.
You see those little two lines? Yeah, that's my prettiness right there, And you gotta get them on both sides, This is what happened. You wanna know why I really get them on both sides? Because one day, I was chilling, getting a haircut, and I got them on my right side. And then I went home to Philadelphia, and everybody was like, "Ew, why you got parts on your right side?" And then I guess that's not the right thing to do or something. So my barber was like, "Yeah, you gotta do something about that." So I got them on both sides, and after I did that, I was playing like a professional. I was really balling. So after that, I always got the parts, man.
Good, you got the dual parts on both sides.
I'm swimming.
Look at the wave, trying to do something.
Swimming? You see, that's natural.
Overall, out of 100, I give him about a 98.
98. And this is how it gets down in Colonials Barbershop.
Roberto cuts.
My name is Simone Lawrence. I went to the University of Minnesota, and I play linebacker.
Ronnie Gent, New York Signals, tight end.
Derek Walker, Seattle Seahawks, defensive end, defensive tackle.
Just out there trying to do the best I can to help my team win.
Playing hard for the team, trying to help the team win in any way possible.
Playing the linebacker position, you know, watching Lawrence Taylor and all the great ones, they just nasty, and that's what I am, nasty.
The record's kind of disappointing. Just we believe, you know, the team. We believe this team is a pretty good team. We have a lot of good players.
You know, you just can't beat ourselves. I mean, we'll get it together. That's what practice is for.
We got Coach Palmer. He's a great coach, you know. Just not a coach. He helps you out with a lot of other things, you know, just your like personal stuff off the field helps you get better on what you need.
He's an honest coach. He tells you what he thinks. He tells you what you need to get better and what you need to improve on.
I got a very nice haircut. You see the two parts on the side. Those are called swag marks. Take two.
Just the opportunity we get to go out there and say our job is to play a game that we've been doing since we were kids. So I love hitting. I love spending time with the teammates.
The unity that the team has, I mean, everybody hangs around each other and, you know, we blend good together, and I just think that we have good team chemistry.
That's going to wrap up this Week 5 edition of Hartford Colonials Kickoff. Thanks to Chris Palmer for giving us a few minutes today. Obviously, Ryan Perilou helping me with my quarterback skills. You need more information about the Colonials? Maybe you want to get some tickets. Check out the Colonials at Rentschler Field. Just go right here, hartfordcolonials.com. I'm Jason Page. That's going to wrap up this edition of Hartford Colonials Kickoff. We'll see you next week.